Okay, welcome back to my let's play, yeah, let's watch, kind of her story. And, yeah, I mean, we're kind of knee-deep in this whole plot, although I don't know how much more I know than when I started, but, I guess we got some info, maybe. One thing I am very pleased about, though, is the amount of comments I got on the last video. I got 10 comments on the last one, which was really good. A lot of people are interested in this. That's great. So, we're going to go through these comments. The first thing, the really big thing, was that a couple people remarked, Ren and Ryan Mulligan said it wasn't Morse code that she was tapping in this video. This is not Morse. This is apparently tap code. Which I'm not even sure if I knew existed, to be honest. I mean, I know some things, but I had never heard of tap code before. But it's a thing. And what it translates to, apparently, I didn't. I'm just taking their word for it. I did not try and translate it myself. I'm lazy. But apparently, it translates to "I love you" and "Bye, Hannah." I guess. So there are 2 points then that I'm curious about. The first one is, who is she tapping to? Why is she tapping this message out on camera? She could be tapping just subconsciously. Like, she doesn't even realize that she's doing it. And she just happens to, tap "I love you." But she could also be tapping to perhaps her other psyche. She could be tapping to, like, the Eve compartment of her brain. But I don't know why she says "Bye, Hannah." She could be tapping to that's just an Easter egg, but I highly doubt it. I don't know. I couldn't say. The other point that I want to bring up is, why on earth does this girl know tap code? From what I've read, tap code is pretty much exclusively used by POWs and prisoners. I think I'm going to rule out she was never a POW. So the prisoner thing really interests me. But if she has a record, but maybe she had, maybe this girl's name is not Hannah at all. I don't know. I don't know. That just really kind of surprises me that this girl knows tap code. Okay, so that was one thing. The other thing that we bring up is the tattoo. I believe the tattoo is only visible in one segment, or in one round of videos. That's the one where she's wearing kind of the darker or more fluorescent blue colored shirt, and you can see, although you see here she's wearing short sleeves, there's no tattoo whatsoever. No tattoo anywhere. Whereas if let me try and bring up here.
Yeah, we've said.
Okay. So there she's wearing a tattoo. The only person that really this girl refers to her tattoo. This version of this girl refers to her tattoo. She brings it up. She says it was, part of her identity or something like that. And then the Eve main version we have mentions her tattoo. She says that a guy recognized her or knew her name based on her tattoo, which is a snake and an apple. So really, I think those are the only two mentions of the tattoo. And every other time we see this woman,
Okay.
she doesn't have a tattoo. I mean, I don't know if you could really tell there. You could probably see it because it seems
Yeah.
fairly low on her arm.
What,
So why does this version have a tattoo? And the question is then, is this girl, is this identity Eve? And I don't know, because it's very hard to differentiate. She says this version right here, I mean, in this clip, I think she's talking about her wedding.
yeah.
Yeah, she's talking about her shotgun wedding. And I feel like the only one that's really talking about getting married was Hannah. But I guess if I look up when Hannah is mentioned, of which there are numerous times, I can't really differentiate.
My name is Hannah. H.
See, there she says Hannah, but I need a clip from that one specific day of her saying her name. I doubt I'm going to find it. What does she say here?
Okay. You got.
She says she used a made-up name. That's about all I can get out of that. I'd probably have to look at these other clips, but anyways. So yes, the tattoo is very interesting. So then the theory is that if this is Eve, perhaps even masquerading as Hannah, although I don't know why she would do that. Then these two versions are Eve. Every other one is Hannah, I guess. Ren says, I searched for Bruce, but I didn't watch all the videos related to it. He's correct. So we'll try to get to those. Satan says that the tattoo is a temporary one, he thinks, for when she becomes Eve. It's possible. We have no way of proving if the tattoo is permanent or not. It does seem to shift, though. And if we are to believe that they are the same person and it's a split personality, it has to be a temporary tattoo. If we think it's permanent, it has to be separate people. Otherwise, the only other option is she gets the tattoo on a certain day, but I think we would see how fresh it is. So I don't know if I can even consider that as an option. I don't know. The other thing then is the bruise on her face, which we'll look at these other videos. We'll see if there's any info there. Ren says that some of the interviews, I think, are with Eve pretending to be Hannah. She wears her hair down in most of them, and her demeanor is more cheerful in general. From what I gather, Simon met Eve, who performs wearing a wig, had an affair with Eve and got her pregnant. Hannah, pretending to be Eve, realized that Simon was the father when he gave her another of the same mirror and went nuts, killing him. Hannah possibly couldn't get pregnant again after the miscarriage, ? Eve has the alibi. She was the one in Glasgow and got checked out by the hospital. And they adjusted the time on the watch. Another more out there theory Ren has is that Hannah and Eve are the same person, but not a split personality. She's just making the whole thing up to cover the fact that she's a bit of a serial killer. And she killed Florence, Simon, and her parents. I can't discount that theory. It actually reminds me of a Richard Gere movie with Ed Norton called Primal Fear. Richard Gere plays a lawyer, and Ed Norton plays an altar boy who's accused of murdering a priest. Brilliant film. I don't even like Richard Gere that much, but I watched this movie on a recommendation. Brilliant. I highly recommend it. Very damn cool. But anyways, so that is a possibility, but I don't know how we could ever pin that on anything. Californication says that Hannah is more calm and gives weak smiles, while Eve always seems to be happy no matter what. And at the 42 mark, she acts more like Eve than Hannah. I'd have to check specifically. Okay, so he's referring to when she's when she's got the tattoo on her arm. Oh, jeez. It's tricky. I think we have to just keep delving. If we assume they're separate people, it's just masterful what they're doing. It's incredible. I don't know if I can believe it. The serial killer theory, though, it's one person acting as a serial killer, and she's trying to she's gotten off. Like, she hasn't been accused of anything for all these years. Like, she's damn good, if that's true. I don't know. Dark Jin says one of them keeps mentioning a wig of some sort. This may be important due to the song, suggesting one of them had blonde hair, presumably Hannah. And didn't one of them say the other was gone forever and is not coming back? I don't know. There's so many tiny little hints and clues and things, and we're just gonna have to keep watching videos. You guys are really into this, though. I like it. I like the support. And apparently we can end the game at any point by just saying yes in this chit chat, but why on earth would I want to do that? Let's keep going. So we're gonna start with the bruise stuff.
Bruise? Oh yeah, no, it's nothing. I was going through the top cupboard in my kitchen and the chair slipped and I kind of hit the door with my face. It hurt like hell.
Okay, so there she's touching
the bruise.
Ah.
I have a really fast metabolism, so stuff like that just comes and goes. I don't know if there's much more that I can tell you that I haven't already told the other policemen.
Okay, so yeah, she definitely touched the wrong side of her face. Those clips are right next to each other. You can clearly tell. Here she's touching the correct side. That's dated June 25th. This is June 27th. 2 days later. I doubt she would have forgotten which side of her face was bruised. Because she's got makeup on. I imagine she used makeup to try and cover it a little bit. She's not that dumb. So, but she is dumb. I guess she is that dumb. What does that really tell us, though? It suggests one of two things. One, the bruise was not real in the first place, which is unlikely. Why would you fake a bruise? You didn't have to. Two, one of these is a separate person or separate identity, which thickens the plot a little bit. So far, we haven't suggested either of these have been separate, but their hairstyles and fashion styles are drastically different if you think about it. Her hair is down. She's much more elegant looking. Here she looks kind of working class a bit. Waitress-esque. I don't know if... that's tricky. That's really tricky. I mean, I guess I would say this is Hannah as the Hannah... Or, this one is Eve, as the Eve that we know has her hair down most of the time. And Hannah tends to keep it upright. If it's as simple as that, I'd be impressed. Why, then, would Eve pretend to be Hannah in an interview? I don't know.
If one of us got hurt, the other one would have to be hurt too. A grazed knee, a bruise. When I lost my tooth first, we had to pull our Hannah's to match. Once, I slept with a boy who was seeing another girl. The girlfriend came up to Hannah the next day and punched her in the face, gave her a huge black eye. That night, she had to do the same to me. And she almost went too far. I couldn't see out of that eye for days. She snuck frozen peas up for me from the kitchen. So much of our bodies were synchronized anyway. We started our period on the same day. All our childhood diseases, stomach bugs, nits.
Man, I don't know. I don't know if that's such a huge question. I think that's like the central thing. is if it's a separate person or if it's the same person. The thing here, I think, is to really focus on the idea of a reflection. The mirror concept has been throughout the entire thing. She had her bruise on the left side of her face, but if she was looking into a mirror, you know, you'd think it was like, I mean, it would be kind of reversed. So she would, like, you know, you get what I'm saying, right? Like, if you're looking in a mirror, you could easily, like, I can't even picture it in my head, but you understand what I'm saying. The opposite side, perhaps. So that, I don't know.
This was about 9. I went round and she was waiting for me. She was furious and so angry, the kind of anger you can only have towards yourself. We screamed at each other, argued, cried, we fought. I hit her back, left a bruise. I had my wig on from performing and she tore it off. Eventually, we grew tired of fighting and I left.
Interesting. So this is implying Eve gave Hannah a bruise, and she had her wig on from performing. What does she perform? But a performance as an entertainer would support the fact that she can play the guitar and sing. The only version that we've seen play a guitar is this one, which now we assume to be Eve, and her hair is down, so that supports that. But here's a couple clips from what we think is Hannah, so let's see that.
No, Simon didn't play guitar. He wasn't very musical. He liked to listen, but he was tone deaf.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, it's my guitar.
Okay, so now, okay. So that throws that out a little bit. Now Hannah's claiming she owns a guitar, so that suggests she... Alright, but let me look up perform. Okay, that's not included, even though I'm pretty sure... Oh, she said performing. Yeah, that's okay. Performance. Alright, just checking. Okay. Yeah, so let's go back to Dad then. We kind of floated that.
Yeah, when I was at school. I worked part-time in the front shop. It was sort of an extended family thing. My dad used to work there, my mum worked there before I was born. I took care of paperwork, filing, typing out invoices, that kind of thing. It was a good job for a girl back then. I didn't work a till or anything though. I was quite shy, so I wouldn't have liked to have worked a till.
Okay.
No, they were shut. Most of the windows were really hard to open anyway. It's stifling in summer. They were painted over by my dad. Could have left a door open accidentally. Or there's a cat flap in the back door. They said it was food poisoning. There was something in the food they ate. My dad liked to pick mushrooms, grow them too. They said it was the mushrooms. It was hard to believe. Death caps. They have a skirt around the cap. My dad taught me that. But, I mean, the police had no reason to think it was suspicious. They lived alone. And no one had any reason to hurt them.
Okay. I mean, if we think about her, or them, either way, as a serial killer, I mean, I guess she could have poisoned her parents, and then they had a good... I mean, it didn't conflict with anything.
At the time they said it was poison, food poisoning. I mean, I felt so guilty. If I'd still been at home, maybe I could have done something. I didn't.
Interesting. hard to draw conclusions from that. Ren did provide a number of terms to try searching for. I appreciate that. That gives me something to go off of. So lie. Wow, look at all this shit.
A week or so ago. It would have been the Saturday before my birthday. You know, I get like that on the weekends, have a lie-in, then want to get up and blitz the house.
Okay.
Yes. I'll take a lie detector test.
Okay, so we're about to watch... Okay, 5 seconds.
I've never taken a lie detector test before. Does it really work? My name. That was the only question I failed. The lie detector works.
Wow. Yes. We need to find that. Okay. We need to find when she's being asked questions by the lie detector. We're not allowed to ever hear anything... we're not allowed to hear anything the interviewer ever says. So we need to think of a term that she would reply to. It's likely... Maybe my name is... no.
Yes. My name is Hannah Smith. Oh, shit. Sorry.
You're right. I think that is very important. Okay, that's... Okay. Let's process that. I mean, we viewed this clip a while back, but we didn't know what to make of it. Because it just seemed kind of random. But that was before we learned about the whole Eve thing. She was asked what her name was. She said Hannah Smith, and then she said, oh shit. The lie detector said she was lying about her name. It doesn't... I'm not sure how much it really tells us. Because if you think about it, well, I'm not sure which theory it supports more. If we think about it as a separate person, they're twins, and they're like reflections, she would be trained, like, why would she say her name's Hannah at all? Except for the fact that she would be trying to masquerade as Hannah in other interviews. And so then when asked, she forgot she's actually supposed to be Eve? Why bring in this Eve character at all? Except for... This is... Oh! This clip. This clip where she says, what are you doing talking about Eve? So she brings up Eve... So then maybe the police bring in this Eve character. That's one theory. It's possible. Okay. Possibly. I wish you could just search for, like, numbers. Like, I want to search for the next clip.
Yes.
But I can't. Like, I don't think so. I don't think I can search for specific... I have to search for search terms based on the transcript. So what else would she really say? Nope. Try to refine it a little bit more. I'm trying to think about any of the questions that she would be asked by a lie detector. That's really just... I don't know. I have no idea. Okay. We'll just keep going down Ren's list. There we go. There's a bunch.
Really? You're going to ask me about my sex life? I mean, isn't that private?
Detective Sergeant, apparently. Okay.
Are you married? How is your sex life?
Yeah, okay. Your interviewer is not the main suspect in a murder case.
So, Our sex life is probably fairly average for a couple after 10 years of marriage. No, you're talking to the wrong person if you think I'm some kind of slut. If you think I'm the kind of person that would have had sex with all those guys.
Interesting. Refine that a little bit. Okay. Any other mentions of slut? No, that's the only time. We'll just throw some other words out there. Actually, I'm going to stop that. That could get weird. Alright, we'll keep going down the list. Hannah seems much more reserved than Eve.
An affair. Simon wasn't having an affair.
Okay, but somebody suggested he was.
You're reaching here. Oh, I don't know why. No, I've never cheated on anyone. I've never taken anything from anyone. Simon's dead. But I have my baby to care for. Why are you trying to make me sad? Why are you so obsessed with sex and affairs? You cheated on your wife. Is this your thing?
They do act differently. Like, you can tell.
What did your wife do? She didn't kill you. You think I killed Simon because he was having an affair? Well, I didn't kill him. I wasn't even there. I was in Glasgow worrying about whether my baby was still growing inside me. I mean, why would I kill Simon? I loved him.
I think she's acting. Well, I mean, obviously she's acting. It's a video game. But it feels more acting. I'd love to get any mention of what she performs with. What is this clip about?
No. I'm not sure what strange would be, but it hasn't been acting odd.
Okay, I don't know. I don't think I could ever pin that down. What does she perform? Okay, let's keep going. I already searched guitar, I think. Yeah, we already got that. Wig. Bunch of mentions of wig.
A wig? You mean... But what type of wig?
Well, what type of wig?
No, I've never worn a wig. What kind of wig?
Why is she so curious about what kind of wig?
This other person doesn't exist. I don't know what the blonde wig is, but it could be anything. Have you looked at the cat flap?
Okay, we're gonna search cat flap next, but alright, we're getting somewhere. Oh, long one. Sit back.
My parents decided there would be a wedding. And after the wedding, Hannah moved in with his parents. There was no way I could follow. So we were separated again. I stayed in the attic. It was hard. It's like I suddenly didn't exist. I would sneak out, but in case anyone recognized me, I started wearing a wig. Hannah and I would meet up in the park. I was trying to get pregnant. But I couldn't. I mean, I couldn't do it with anyone we knew, so it was sex with strangers. Drunk guys I'd met in clubs, in parks and alleyways. I was 17. It felt like I was being punished. But it was Hannah who had betrayed us. I had to stop when one of the guys gave me an STD. When we met up, it was disturbing. For the first time, my reflection, she didn't look like me. She was fatter, flushed. If anything, I was getting skinnier. I found it hard to look sometimes. We talked about what to do. Was it time to become our own people? I mean, that seemed like the right thing to do, but neither of us wanted it. We agreed that her and Simon would get their own place as soon as possible, and then I could move in. And that was the plan.
Okay, that was probably an important one. I'm sure you guys are gonna stew on that one. There was a word she used. Oh, no, she mentioned 17. That's what I wanted to search for. Okay. So Ren has kind of a bit of a summary here on what he thinks that I think might be fairly spot on. Simon met Eve, who performs wearing a wig. I don't know if I think she may have mentioned performing wearing a wig. I don't know. But she did wear a wig, as she just mentioned there. Probably blonde, I would guess. I think blonde was mentioned. Simon had an affair with Eve. I don't know why. Like, if you're gonna have an affair, why would you do it with a woman who looks exactly like your wife? I don't know. Anyways, got her pregnant, which she was clearly trying to do. Eve was desperately trying to get pregnant. I guess probably so she could look closer to her reflection, Hannah, who was pregnant. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how the timelines work. Again, I should probably take many notes playing this game, but I've taken none. Hannah, pretending to be Eve, realized that Simon was the father when he gave her another of the same mirror. So, Simon's, I guess, go-to pregnancy gift is a small mirror. He had given one to Hannah, and now he gave one to what he thought was Eve, but was actually Hannah wearing a blonde wig. And then she went nuts because she realized that Simon was then also the father of Eve's baby, so she broke the mirror and killed him and hid the body. Eve was, I guess, watching from outside and then helped her bear it. Like, okay, she's understanding, I guess. Eve says she was in Glasgow, but I believe that's her pretending to be Hannah, because Eve was not. Eve's alibi is she was watching, isn't it? Isn't that what she said? I don't know. I'm not going to search for that. So then, but I still feel like Eve already confessed everything, so I don't know what I'm really doing. But anyways, interesting. Okay, I was going to search cat flap. There we go. We got one more.
No cat. My parents had a cat before they died called Domino. It was this little black thing with white dots. And we never did anything about the cat flap, but if you were thin, you could maybe squeeze through it.
Okay, that's a reach. And then I was gonna search 17. We're just always getting new shit.
A long time. We got married when I was 17.
Yeah, okay. Let's just search all the numbers. What could go wrong? Nope, nothing happened that year. Something happened that year. Alright, we're getting off track. Anyways. Okay. Fight. Nope. Argument. Yes, plenty.
No. I think he spoke to Helen. She said he was upset about her argument, but I'm not sure what else he said. He likes Helen. He likes blondes.
Oh, well, there you go. That answers that question. A blonde version of your wife? How can you resist?
There's no couple stuff. A stupid argument. Nothing specific. No one knows how to push your buttons better than those you're close to.
That's true.
No. I mean, yes, we have arguments, but he never runs off. He always comes back. We make up. It's always that way. Yes. He left after the argument. It was about 8 o'clock.
Yeah, there's probably a timeline there for that specific night, but... Whew. Okay, I'm gonna amend a letter to that. Okay, nothing. He likes blondes. Who doesn't, my friend? Except now you're dead. Okay. I don't know why Ren suggested these, but I guess.
I was living in the attic. It was a very hard time. I was depressed, was still pretty sick of the STD. When I came down one morning, they were dead. They were in bed and both had been sick. They'd thrown up a lot. And I slept through it. The police said it was the mushrooms they ate. Dad was a mushroom expert. I mean, he used to take us picking with him and he taught us how to recognize them. And there's no way you would have picked dead caps. But the police believe that's what happened. They never even looked in the attic.
Yeah, she seems so broken up about the whole thing. Oh, apparently that was important, so there you go. No. I mean, yeah, you can draw conclusions based on that shit, but I don't know. Maybe she poisoned her parents, but why? I don't know, she's insane. No, it'll probably be... Oh, there's one new one.
Mum and Dad had never had any reason to notice. They were always busy. If Hannah was eating a lot, they didn't mind. She didn't put on any weight. That girl has a healthy appetite. If they heard us talking in the attic, they just thought it was Hannah playing one of her games, and that Eve was our imaginary friend. Once, she was already up and dressed and ready to go to school, and I snuck down for a piss. Mum saw me in my underwear, she went mad. Get dressed this instant! So I ducked into our bedroom, and seconds later, out came Hannah, dressed and ready. Mum was amazed.
Okay, I'm trying to... Well, apparently that was important, too. So... Eve, like, lived in the attic when they... But what happened to Florence? What happened to Florence? She died, right? I thought she, like, fell downstairs or some shit like that. I don't even remember. I'd have to, like, put this all together. Yeah, I mean, the whole diary thing that she read. Okay. Yeah, I'm just trying to... This is all from the same session. Yeah, raised me in her home, blah, 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 blah. Her reflection in the mirror, we get that. Florence died, though. Warm, kind person. She was broken. Died in the war. Uh-huh. Talk about her death. Maybe I misread, maybe I misunderstood. It's hard to remember what happened last week. Okay. No, there's only 5 mention of Florence in the entire thing. Why? I thought she died. Where did I remember hearing that? Helen. Who's Helen? That was the other name we heard. Okay.
It's the Rockington Arms. The Rock.
Love the Rock.
It's run by a nice couple, Peter and Susan. There's some other regulars there that Simon likes to drink with. And the barmaid they're having sometimes, Helen. Peter said Simon had been in and had a few drinks.
Alright, okay. We got more names. Peter. Fuck Peter. Susan. Nothing. The Rock. The Rock.
Oh God, I don't know. I mean, I guess The Rock. You've spoken to everyone there. Someone must have seen where he went. I So many things could have gone wrong.
That's true. Like you murdering him.
No one has been in the last few weeks. We had a plumber come in 3-4 weeks ago. Someone Simon knew from The Rock.
The Rock. Alright. Shit. What else was I just had a search term in my top of my head. Shit. It's gone. Okay. I mean, we got a bunch. There's apparently a volume missing. I would like to see that. I don't know. Just search some words. Serial. Murder. Dead. Okay.
Yeah. They'd gone to bed feeling ill, thinking it was flu or something. The neighbour called me. I had to use my key to let them in. We found them dead in their bed. And they'd been there for days. No one had noticed. Just awful. It was so soon after my miscarriage. The worst year of my life. I'd been so happy to get married, and after that it was just like, fuck.
Whoa. I didn't search for that. You're right. Eve does have, or did have, motive and means to kill her parents. She was neglected. She had to live in the attic. They never noticed. They didn't care. And she knew mushrooms. She knew about death caps. The police are fairly certain he died because of mushrooms, so it's very possible she found some death caps, put it in some sort of food, and they died. And it seemed very just natural.
That's all that matters, really. The baby. Simon's dead, but the baby, that's how he will live on. Our baby.
Yeah, the baby. Our baby. Apparently that's important, I don't know. I was gonna search mom and dad, just in case. There's a new one.
Mum and Dad never knew what was going on. We got so good at it. We were so in sync that we'd use each other to cheat. If one of us had a hangover, the other one would go to school. Whoever was best at a subject would sit the exam. There were lots of differences between us. Some things one is better than the other at.
It's like, it's so easy to believe they're two separate people. They're twins and all this is true. You know? That there really was a Florence, and she was raised by that, and she was kind of abandoned, but then, you know, it's so possible. I don't think they'll reverse it at ever. Okay. Damn. Yes. What was I just gonna search for? Oh, more stuff about the baby. The baby. There's a whole bunch of entries about the baby. Our baby. That's all I got. If I just search Simon baby, there we go. We just gotta string together words.
From when I woke up. Okay. I woke up. Simon was already up, and he made me birthday breakfast of eggs Benedict. We both had to go to work, so we saved presents till later. I got to work, had some birthday cake, children sang me happy birthday, then I came home. The birthday meal was a takeaway, and Simon gave me his present, which I didn't mind. And after that, we talked about the baby. Turned into a big argument. Simon left. I was furious. I wanted to get as far away as I could and get some space to think. So I left.
Okay.
I would have been a good mother. I was young, but I would have been a good mother. She was a girl, by the way, the baby. We were going to call her Sarah. Simon wanted to call her Ava after his nana, but I didn't want her to have a symmetrical name.
Interesting stuff here, and you guys can probably help me with this. She was pregnant. She got pregnant the first time her and Simon did it. She had a miscarriage. But then in that one clip that I just watched, she said, "We have our baby."
That's all that matters, really. The baby. Simon's dead, but the baby, that's how he will live on. Our baby.
See, that's what I'm saying. The only other person who's having a baby is Eve. I'll let you guys stew on that. Okay. I wanted to see this one. Is it this one where she talks about her birthday? No, it was not that one. It was this one. She talks about her birthday. I'm wondering if I have... See, that's Eve, I think, talking. I'm wondering if I have another clip of the repeat of that story like we had that other time. No, probably not. Although there's a bunch of birthday shit.
Yes, that's my birthday. Not one of the big ones, but I guess you can see that.
Okay.
It was my birthday, like you said. We were going to have a meal at home. We had our meal. He gave me his present. I guess I didn't like the present.
She didn't like the present. Hold up. What did she say here about the present? Which I didn't mind. I didn't mind the present. She didn't like the present.
About 8 years back, it was a present to myself. I shouldn't even be drinking coffee with the baby. It's been hard trying to give it up. I think they say you can have 1 cup.
Okay, so hold up. Hold up. So here, this is the girl, we assume to be Eve, talking about she's pregnant, shouldn't be drinking coffee. Like, every time we see Hannah, she's drinking coffee, but then also this girl has a coffee cup in front of her. So, I don't know. What's with the coffee? Maybe, sir. Did I already do that? I thought I already did that. No, I didn't. Oh, this is like the hidden ones that we rarely get to see. This is the last
Coffee,
set.
I guess. Milk and sugar.
See there, she don't give a shit. I want more clips from that. That's probably important. So maybe coffee related to something, but the pregnancy thing is really, it's just interesting.
Hannah had a miscarriage.
Yes.
This was late in the pregnancy and it left her infertile. Felt like the universe had corrected its course. We were aligned again. But Hannah and Simon were still living with his parents. They were married. Simon had a job at the Glaziers now. Eric had given him a full-time position after he left school. And then...
Okay. I think the baby is kind of central to the whole plot. Hannah, infertile. Eve, not so much. Right? Let's search infertile. I could have sworn that word is used before.
Yeah. I mean, I was infertile. Thought I was. They told me I was infertile after the miscarriage because of complications.
thought I was. What? She thought she was. Proven wrong?
I think it was that time, the first time, at the house, in his bed, that I got pregnant. Amazing, right? This fucking magic sperm. And they say lightning doesn't strike twice. I didn't tell him. I missed 3 periods. I have pretty irregular periods anyway, but 3. I had always thought we were infertile. Both of us. I didn't tell him. Just waited. Hannah and I were meeting for our birthday, and I told her because I thought she would be happy for us both. I think she was.
This game! Okay. Hannah has a miscarriage. Doctors tell her she's infertile. She later says, I thought I was infertile, implying that she realized some way she wasn't. Usually you realize you're not infertile by getting pregnant. But Hannah's not pregnant. Eve is. Eve also thought she was infertile. She found out she wasn't by getting pregnant, or so she says. We have to believe her, I guess. This now lends more credence to the fact that they're the same person. Why would Eve think she's infertile at all? The only way she would think that is if she confuses her own thoughts with Hannah's thoughts. She thought she was infertile because that's what the doctor said. Hannah's surprised she's not infertile because Eve gets pregnant. Oh, man. Let me search our birthday, because they do share the same birthday. Nothing, okay. But there is a bunch more for birthday, right? Yeah, there's 9. I don't know how to get to the rest. The birthday, throw in any little words. It's a birthday. Simon birthday. No. Just anything. Dinner. New. Maybe swap that. I don't know exactly how they're... Is it a Boolean search or something? No, I guess it would be. Lunch. Happy birthday. Alright, I'm out. Okay. So yeah, man. I'm eagerly awaiting what you guys have to say about all this. It's just, it could go in so many directions. Like, I feel like we've watched so much footage. We're not really close at all to drawing any conclusions. I still don't know if they're separate people or not. I think there's evidence to support or, you know, deny both theories. I don't know about the serial killer theory. Like, I don't know if she's like actually wants to go around and just murder people. I don't think I can believe that. I do think I can support the concept that Eve or Hannah in the Eve persona killed her parents. But I'm telling you, if I had to just say yes or no, draw a line in the sand, go one way or another, I would probably say it's still a split personality. I think there's more evidence to support that than not. But again, it could go either way. I'll admit that. I'm just saying if I had to choose right now. Yes, I'm very curious to see what you guys have to say. It's a hell of a game. I mean, I don't even know if it's a game. I guess. It depends on kind of what the conclusion is. If I have to fill out like a multiple choice questionnaire or something, I don't know. But it is very unique. It's very intriguing. I like it. I dig this shit. I hope they make more games like this. But alright, so my name is Mangg. Game you're watching is Her Story. I'll see you fine folks in the next part.